Hey everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of the new Byte. Today with an impression and tips video about PUBG Mobile. The game was just released this week and is slowly rolling out worldwide. The game has been ported by Tencent Gaming and was developed by the Lightspeed and Quantum Studios. Now that everyone has access to PUBG, of course you maybe want to know how to play the game and especially how to get the best chances at getting the elusive winner chicken dinner screen. And of course I'm here to let you know the best tips, and I'm actually owning one of those chicken dinner wins, so you can trust me, I know a little bit about PUBG. So here's the first thing that you have to notice. When you play PUBG Mobile first, you only have your two thumbs to use actions with. If you're running around, you're using your left thumb to run and you're using your right thumb to turn your character around. However, this is very limiting you in your movement, because if you want to shoot now, there's a thing, you can only shoot with the right thumb or left thumb and have to drop one of the other two actions, meaning you can't move around and also shoot. With the PC version, of course, this is not a problem. You have the mouse click, you have the mouse itself to aim, and of course your WASD keys to move your character around. So how can you improve on that? Very simple, go into the settings and enable the gyroscope aiming. With that available, you will be instantly better at the game. Very simply because you can now move, shoot and also aim by just tilting your phone to the side or simply by turning around if you have a chair that allows so. It is very interesting to see how much that changed my game, and here's a nice little clip that shows you how that works. Essentially, I was just running away and trying to find my next position when I was shot from the side. I kept moving, turned my character around first for the big movement with my right thumb, and then when I was roughly in position, I stopped using my thumb to turn my character around and solely relied on the gyroscope aiming and of course the left thumb to position my character. With the right thumb, I was just clicking the shooting icon and then I very easily dropped my enemy. This is one of the biggest things that you can do to improve your skill in PUBG Mobile. Of course, other things that also apply to the main game still apply in PUBG Mobile. So of course you have to be cautious. Listen to where the enemies are coming from. Listen especially to steps. In PUBG Mobile, steps are so loud. You can hear someone walking from very far away already. And of course, you have to use headphones, because when people are running around you, you of course want to locate where they're coming from. And since the game is putting out the audio and stereo, you have a very easy time to locate someone if he's behind you, in front of you, or come from the sides. Now, since most people, as of now at least, are not using the gyroscope aiming, you probably have even a better time if you're very fast. So if you find a car or one of the buggies, use them. Yes, they're very loud, of course, and people can see you very easily, but if you drive around very fast, they probably also cannot shoot you. It takes some pre-aiming, of course, being consistent while shooting, and as I explained before, most people are only doing one thing. They either turn around and shoot or they move and shoot. So while they're trying to aim after you and try to shoot you, they're most likely also standing just right there. So if you're very fast and of course quickly, you could just simply roadkill them and get one more kill for the statistics. Of course, one major thing that the mobile version of PUBG does is also giving you everything you need and even some assists. You can turn off aim assist actually, but usually you should have it on. It allows you to just very easily pick off enemies from a larger distance, as you can see right now. And of course, mix that with the gyroscope aiming. Both things will help you to easily get down your shots on the enemy. Of course, take a look also where the game is putting your equipment. As with PUBG Mobile, you're simply just required to run over the things that you need, and if they're marked orange, they already will be picked up automatically. With that, of course, also comes in the very handy function that equipment will also be put on your weapons just as you go. But sometimes, of course, you want to switch around, for example, a scope. Sometimes you want to have the 4x scope on the AKM, and sometimes you want to have just the 2x scope on your SCAR L weapon. Simply open the bag, of course, and drag and drop them around, and the other scope that will be dropped will just be transferred to the other weapon. So switching around equipment is very easily done. Also, just another tip, in general of course, pick up more than you need. Just because the game is taking what it thinks what you need, it's always helpful of course, especially at the start of the round, to pick up all the equipment that you think you will need. For example, extra magazines for an AR, of course a silencer, grips and all that. Take as much as you can with as much as you can handle, and of course stack up on ammo. You don't know at the start of the round what you need, and especially if you only find some melee weapons or pistols, you better be prepared and have more ammunition than necessary at the first time. You can still drop that later on of course, but if you can, get a nice backpack of course, and then start collecting, even if you don't need it right away. PUBG Mobile is also giving you many clues how you're standing in the game. You only have 2 weapons at max. You have either one sidearm and one automatic rifle for example, or you have 2 big weapons, but also you have to the right side your melee weapons and grenades that you can pre-select, so you always have them ready, and on the left side you have your healing items. And I suggest to you of course to really think about what you want to have always ready. If you want to have an explosive nade ready, put that on the right side of your weapons, and if you want to have an energy drink or instead just a medic bag, put that on the left side of the weapon and select that first, so you don't have to go into a menu, select the thing that you need and then press the button. Always be prepared. And additionally of course you can also see on screen how much armor you have, so sometimes it's worth actually changing around your vest and of course your helmet in case it gets too low in health points. So these are also very nice tips you can see on screen. Also, set yourself waypoints on the map. PUBG Mobile actually is not only showing you in which direction your waypoint is set, it also tells you how far away it is. So use that information to estimate how early on you have to move away from your position in order to be not caught up in the blue zone. And the last and final point of course that you will need is luck. Especially with PUBG of course, and now in the mobile version even more, you need also luck. If you have to travel longer distances, you're already in a bad shape, because if you travel between buildings, you're always in the open, and people that are just standing around because they waited just a few seconds longer than you to move, they will see you, will probably easily pick you off. Here's the thing though, if you're actually choosing a right path where sometimes there's a tree in the way or a bush, you can just simply sit down, reorganize yourself, and with the marker on screen that showed you from which direction the shot was coming from, you can easily set up yourself again, use your skill and of course the gyroscope aiming, and take down the enemy very simply. This is a very clear advantage of the PUBG mobile version, as most likely on the PC version, if you're once seen and you're not prepared, you will be taken down very easily. So with the PUBG mobile version at least, you have a better chance of coming back again once you've been shot. Just be on your toes and always be ready to take down someone else by either hiding yourself first or just quickly turning around and have an attack right away. Alright guys, this is my video of PUBG Mobile. In general, it's a really well done game. The studio is using the same engine as the big PC version is using, that is Unreal Engine 4, and it plays really well. All the buttons on screen are well thought out. You can toggle around a few things in the settings, you can even change the color of your crossfade. Playing the game of course will also give you battle points, and if you also do additional tasks like for example doing the daily missions which require you something like for example surviving 30 minutes a day within all of the matches that you do within a day, you will also get extra battle points which you can use again to buy more of those loot boxes that you can get, and get of course nicer cosmetic items. And then of course you can go into matches anyway. It even works with solo, duos and squad mode, and if you have a friend list you can even join up with them and even use in-game voice chat. Something that I didn't believe is possible on a mobile phone, but yes, it works. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for checking this video out. If you like it, give it a like, and of course subscribe to not miss any new videos. Please follow us on Twitter under @thenewbyte, and of course check out our website thenewbyte.com. We're doing a weekly podcast and many news there as well. So come over, check us out, and of course have a nice day. See you soon.